Leaders have gravitas. They have this quality that forces you to take them seriously. Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Coaching with Prashant, where I share my 20 plus years of experience as an executive, as an entrepreneur, as a master facilitator, and as an executive coach. Through my videos, through my coaching, what I try and do is to give you valuable coaching tips which would help you to get visibility, recognition, and growth that you deserve. All my coaching meetings are confidential, so all the names have been changed, but the people are real and the situations are real. What I'd like is, and what I try to do is that instead of stories and fables that we can see on the internet and you must have heard already, I talk about real people and real situations. And when we learn from other people's experience, learning becomes faster and all the more practical and applicable for us. Today's episode is on a very important concept called gravitas. Friends, gravitas is a word that all of us managers aspiring to be leaders, or all leaders aspiring, or anybody who wants to go above and rise above in their professional careers. So gravitas is a concept for anyone wishing to rise above in their professional careers. Whether you are a manager in transition, whether you are a leader being groomed for a senior CXO position, whether you are an entrepreneur pitching for that high profile order, gravitas is required. So what exactly is gravitas? Friends, gravitas is a concept which is hard to explain but easy to observe. It's a quality where you don't come very close to somebody. You don't treat them as your personal friend or your bosom pal just because you know them well. Gravitas is something that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. So what exactly is gravitas? Gravitas is basically the opposite of gravity. Gravity pulls us down. Gravitas is the opposite. Gravitas is something that propels us to are in that leadership orbit. Gravitas is a quality where leaders who have gravitas command respect. They don't demand it by virtue of their position. You are able to command that respect because people believe in what you say. Your word has weight. You have that trust and that commitment, and your body language and your words and your actions all come together in one package, which tells others that this is a person to be taken seriously. That is gravitas. Friends, Harish was confused. Harish was one of my clients in one of my meetings, and he was confused. He said, the other day, one of my junior members of my team, and he has just recently joined, called me Yaar. Now, Yaar is a slang for friend, or like a close friend. You would say Yaar to a person whom you have grown up with, for example. And he just said it out of the blue in front of everyone, and I didn't know how to react to that. It seemed that he just didn't understand that there was this professional gap and this seniority gap between us. He just didn't respect that. In fact, I see that in a lot of very young joinees, that they don't respect that professional distance. Leela, another coachee, she said that she seemed a bit worried. I said, what happened, Leela? And she said that in one of her offsites, she actually, she in a moment of very candid moment, she shared with her manager some personal problems that she was having, and it was a long discussion, a very personal discussion. And she said that after that discussion, in next day in the office, and that day onwards, my relationship with my manager has changed. Now my manager doesn't take me that seriously anymore. I used to be given good projects by him, but now he doesn't do that anymore. He's usually sidelining me. I don't know what I've done. In both the cases, like I told Harish and I told Leela, that it's a factor of your gravitas or lack of it. You need to develop gravitas. And I'll share with you 3 tips which I shared with them with their permission. 3 tips which help them build their gravitas. And those 3 tips are: number 1, choose confidence over arrogance or underconfidence. Number 2, keep professional distance. And number 3, smile appropriately and use appropriate body language. Let me tell you quickly about all these three tips which I shared with them. Number 1, choose confidence over arrogance or underconfidence. Both arrogance or underconfidence are bad, right? You want to be assertive, but you don't want to be aggressive. Friends, I'll talk about assertiveness versus aggressiveness in one of my future episodes, but it's enough to say that assertive people don't enforce their will. They create that win-win situation where people follow them. Second, keep professional distance. Professional distance is a lot like physical distance. You would not stand very close to somebody and speak, right? You would keep that distance with somebody. Professional distance is a lot like that. It's an abstract concept where you don't let anybody come very close to you, but you don't go too far from them either, relationship-wise. You can be a good leader, you can be a mentor, but you don't need to be best friends with your team. You don't need to know what is going on in their lives 24/7. Neither should you encourage them to have these kind of conversations, nor should you be having these kind of conversations with them. Because when you do, like Leela, sharing your personal problems with your team or with your managers all the time, people tend to start getting different perceptions about you, whether you might be weak or you are unable to handle your problems, and it reflects in your everyday work as well. This is what I told Harish and Leela. And number 3, smile appropriately, use appropriate body language, right? You know, if you smile all the time, people kind of assume that you're okay with whatever they are saying, that you're just this happy-go-lucky person who doesn't take life seriously. But if you are serious all the time, then again you end up creating a wrong perception. So using the right body language, using your gestures, not coming across as very aggressive, instead slightly quickening the pace. Be a little fast in what you do in your response time, in your walk, but not sudden movements. Strike a balance in your body language, and you will find yourself on your way to develop. Harish and Leela both heard me out. We developed action plans for them. Both Harish and Leela have reported developing gravitas. Harish reported that he has started maintaining that professional distance with his teams. His teams have started taking him more seriously. Leela said that she has stopped having those kind of very personal conversations. In fact, she keeps the conversations professional in most settings, and that has stood her in good stead. And both have reported that gravitas has become part of their efforts to develop their executive presence. Friends, if you liked what you heard, please like, subscribe and share given on the link below. Please share this video with your friends, family and your colleagues. Spread the knowledge. I would in fact love to hear from you and give you more ideas and discuss with you how we can develop your gravitas to give you that visibility, recognition and growth that you deserve. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. See you then.